Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Teams, good luck.
With spring sports being canceled due to the unforeseen coronavirus pandemic, a champion was not crowned in the spring season for Nebraska Class A baseball. However, that changes today as this afternoon the 23-9 Westside Warriors will take on the Cinderella Darlings, the 16-16 Creighton Prep Blue Jays in the 2020 Metro Tournament Championship game as you are looking live from Millard South High School. Yes, indeed, Millard South High School for this championship game here at the John A. Lammel Complex. Dylan Pelster alongside Joey Kirkle. Millard South Media here to cover the game for you guys. We are delighted to be with you all on this beautiful Friday afternoon, although it's a very unexpected championship game, Joey, although much anticipated. How's it going, man?
Going great. Yep, the initial plan for this championship game was for it to be played at 6 o'clock, and at noon would be the third place game. However, Creighton Prep has their graduation ceremony tonight, so they decided if Prep wins, they would play the championship at noon, which you're seeing right now. So these teams, you had mentioned Prep, kind of an underdog, 16-16 to Westside's 23-9, but they've met twice this year. Prep's won both times. Prep beat them 4-2 and then 16-8. So
seem to have their number.
While they haven't been the favorite team all season, they've had their number so far.
It was a wild day yesterday. Creighton Prep was able to beat Bellevue West by 1 in the first of 2 semifinal games, and then Westside upset the Millard South P52s last night by a score of 4-1 to get here today.
Yeah, both teams having to really get their work cut out for them. Prep scoring 2 in the bottom of the 6th to end up taking that one-run victory.
Tell you what, with that 16-16 record, Prep seems to be like that March Madness team that makes a run into the Final Four, a la Butler.
Yeah, yep.
So today's starting pitcher for Westside will be the man who got things going in the bottom half of the first for them last night against the P52s. It is Michael Finnan, number 15. Stepping in for Creighton Prep is number 7 left fielder Sam Ryberg.
And Finnan, a very talented pitcher. He started all 5 games he's played in this year. As he gets that first pitch strike, he's got an ERA of 1.91, strike percentage of 62, and first pitch strike percentage of 63, which we just saw right there.
That's a nice breaking ball swung on and missed from Ryberg.
This be a big out. Ryberg, leadoff hitter, is a very talented guy, one of the top hitters for this team. He's tied for third in hits, tied for first in triples, actually. He has 3 on the year. Very quick, speedy guy.
Stays alive, fouls that one off. Finnan showing that sharp breaking ball early on.
So I'll tell you what, as Millard South media, obviously we would like to be calling a Millard South championship game right now, but if I could get any other matchup, seeing the Prep Westside rivalry is fantastic in the championship.
Ryberg swings and misses on a high fastball up and out of the zone for out number 1. Now I'll bring up Graham Lorenz, the center fielder, number 9.
So this season, cut short, all coming down to one of the biggest rivalries in the state right here.
The two teams from Midtown, it's been a fierce rivalry for years. So that's going to be low and outside.
Graham Lorenz trying to get things going. You know, in games like this, it's really important to get on the board first. That's what we saw in the Millard South game yesterday. The score after 1 inning was 4-1 Westside, and the final score was 4-1 Westside.
You expect in championship games like this for it to be a low-scoring affair. A lot of good defense, and that's a swing and a miss on a fastball up and in.
In games like this is when you want to see the seniors, the big guys, really acting up. And I was listening, the actually Boomer Radio guys, they were interviewing Coach Kyle Mooney from Creighton Prep, and he was talking about it. They only have 5 seniors in this team. They have 5 seniors, 6 juniors, 7 sophomores. This is a younger squad. So we'll see how they can step up in a huge game like this. We've seen them with a lot of success so far this tournament, somehow puzzling the rest of the state, making it to the championship game.
Lorenz stays alive and fouls that one off behind the plate. Talk about a young team finding their stride at the right time to get to this championship game. Obviously only 16-16 on the year, a lot of struggles. You can go through growing pains as a young team, but they've found their way here. Obviously a very talented team as Lorenz strikes out. So Finnan has punched out the first 2 batters for Creighton Prep to start out the afternoon.
And to bring up Coach Mooney of Creighton Prep, he played on Creighton University's one and only appearance in the College World Series in 1991. I learned that this morning. I had no clue. So now he's trying to get some success for Creighton Prep, bring him a championship today.
That's going to be a ground ball right back up the middle. That's going to get through the hole for a base hit. That's Danny Sponberg, the second baseman.
Good work right there. Try and get some momentum rolling with 2 outs.
So here is the cleanup hitter, number 11, their catcher, Kalen Protaski.
And he had a great game against Bell West in that 3-2 win. He went 3 for 3 at the plate.
Somebody needs to retrieve the bat right here. Umpire's going to toss it over. So Prep is in the red uniforms. Westside in the old-fashioned kind of creamy-looking uniforms.
John, I don't know about
kind of
you.
dig them.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of those throwbacks. You even
Yeah.
see the loose pants and everything.
Yeah. That's going to be a ground ball poked foul.
I'm going to be honest, till this morning, had no clue Prep had all red jerseys.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I looked over when I got here, Joe. I'm like, pointed it over there. I'm like, that's Westside,
Yeah.
right? You're like, nope, that's actually Creighton Prep. So Petrowski down 0-1 in the count. Finnan sets, kicks and fires to the mound. That's going to be a jammed fastball on the hands of Petrowski. Now 0-2. Finnan, we talk about his strike percentage around 64%,
Yep.
firing on all cylinders so far,
All
pounding the
season.
zone.
In the 22 innings, only giving up 6 runs. He's got 28 strikeouts in those. Already seen 2, the first 2 batters he faced. So a lot of success early.
He's up 0-2 on Petrowski. His breaking ball is hit right towards the shortstop. Goes the short way for the force out at second. That was shortstop for Westside, Johnny Reinhardt making the play. We head to the bottom half of the first. Westside looking to get the bats going. No score so far.
Leading off number 9.
All right, Cole Payton here to lead things off in the bottom half of the first for Westside. Robert O'Malley on the mound for Creighton Prep as Payne swings at the first pitch and lines that into right field. That's going to be a base hit to start out the afternoon for Cole Payton and the Warriors.
Making his presence known early.
Fix that audio right there, Joey. Sound better?
It's about the same here. Let me. There we go.
All right, we're good.
Now we're chilling.
All right, we're chilling. Straight chilling. Here's Harrison Creeling. Saw him come in relief last night. It's going to be outside for ball 1.
Tell you what, Krilling did a great job on both sides of the field. Had some good at-bats. And then when he came in, he was in 2 really tricky situations. Had 1 bases loaded, 1 with runners on first and second. Was able to get out of both of them.
Didn't surrender a hit as well last night against the P-52s. O'Malley, the southpaw, deals. That's going to be a fastball in the outer part of the plate, strike 1.
And we'll see if this will be another pitching battle. Obviously, top of the first, we saw a great job from Michael Finnan.
O'Malley looking to get a ground ball right here with Peyton already on, and he's stealing. That's going to be fouled back, a hit and run situation right there from Creighton. 1 and 2 as Peyton has to go back to first.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Peyton moves back to first on the hit and run.
We know Peyton's leading the team in stolen bases. He has 17 on the year. Try to get another opportunity. However, like you mentioned, that one fouled back, so 1-2 count.
O'Malley with a long look at Peyton now. Winds and fires, and that's going to be sailed over the head of the catcher for Creighton Prep, Petrowski. Peyton going to walk down to second right now.
Yep, easily reach right there. The second he threw that one, you could tell ball must have slipped or something completely out of control.
So the speedy Peyton in scoring position, still no gone here in the bottom half of the first.
Creighton's opportunity just got a whole lot better. Runner in scoring position.
O'Malley with the long pause. He'll kick and fire to the plate. Got the corner. Good pitch right there for strike 3.
Strike 3 for Tyler.
Great pitch right there.
Tell you what, that started outside, but bended back towards the outside part of the plate.
Saw some great movement on that one.
So Creighton strikes out. That will bring up Trevor Barajas, the first baseman. Arguably the most dangerous hitter on the Westside team, Joey.
Yep.
And as you were alluding to, the pitcher last night.
I would say also starting pitcher.
Yep. Pitch from O'Malley. Look at that high winding breaking ball. Looked like it was going to hit Barajas at first and then broke back in. Just barely did not clip the plate. It's going to be 1-0 now.
Barajas, .293 batting average on the season. Looking to get something going, trying to get the first run on the board. Westside trying to claim an early lead. Repeat their success from yesterday.
Throw back to second. No throw.
Nice job right there, holding Peyton at second.
Can't imagine him trying to steal third right now. He's already in scoring position with the cleanup hitter on deck. And obviously Barajas up the plate right now. O'Malley deals a fastball high and upstairs. O'Malley seems like a pretty crafty lefty, Joey.
Yep.
Doesn't throw the hardest. Over has a lot of pitches to work with.
So Barajas had a rough night at the plate yesterday, went 0 for 2. However, he was walked once and ended up scoring a run. And right now he's got a batter-friendly count.
He's up 2-0 in the count. That's going to be low, 3-0.
In a game like this, it's important to not get these rough counts. Your O'Malley, however, struggling early.
See, unlike Finnan, who pounded the strike zone in the first inning, O'Malley has been trying to work around these first couple hitters. Battled back in the count on Creeling. Now a 3-0 to Barajas, who had the green light right there, pops that one out of play.
And so O'Malley, pretty experienced pitcher, 20 innings, thrown on the year. Got an ERA of 3.79, so not quite the same as Finnan, however, pretty close.
I would expect O'Malley not to be the best pitcher on Creighton Prep's team. The reason why I say that is they're 16-16. They probably had to use their better guys to try to get to this game and have an opportunity at a championship.
They weren't thinking to preserve guys for the final game. They were thinking, all right, how are we going to somehow advance?
One barely misses from O'Malley for ball 4. So Barajas is going to head down to first. That's going to bring up number 3, shortstop and cleanup hitter, Johnny Reiner.
Now batting number 3, Johnny Reiner.
Reiner also coming off a rough night, went 0 for 3, struck out twice.
You're going to say Reiner? Reiner? What are we doing?
What did I say?
You said Reiner. Is it Reiner?
I'll give you the call here. What are you saying?
We'll say Reiner.
Reiner?
It makes more sense than Reiner. E-I. What do you think? Should we have a Twitter poll? Should we give the decision to Caldall? She is the English teacher, of course.
I just heard the Boomer Radio say Reiner.
So I was right. Double steal opportunity on the first pitch, and Westside's going to execute that. They now have runners on second and third, so 2 runners in scoring position, Joey, and only 1 out, looking to do damage early on. We saw it last night against the P-52s. They were able to generate offense early on in the game and score, strike first in the first inning, and after that, the rest was history.
Yeah, great work right there on the double steal. Now a huge opportunity. Reiner trying to get something going for him, get those first runs of the game on the board.
So David Goodwin is on deck, Joey, and he's a left-handed hitter.
A great hitter, one of their most talented.
Infield's playing back still. Second and short in double play territory. What I was going to maybe consider is maybe try to get a force out at any bag or a double play situation. If you try to walk the cleanup hitter Reinhardt right here and then try to pitch to Goodwin in a lefty-on-lefty situation. However, that's not the case. It's a 2-0 count right here to Reinhardt. And he gets a fastball and swung on and missed. Swings right through that pitch was Reinhardt. 2-1.
Fantastic pitch there from O'Malley.
A little late life on that fastball. Taking his time up at the mound. In no rush as he checks his runners. Gets the nod from the catcher, Petrowski. Now fires to the plate on a 2-1. That's going to be low and outside.
So Reinhardt on the season been walked 16 times. That's the third most. Now here he is with a nice opportunity, 3-1 count.
O'Malley deals on a 3-1. That's going to be popped out of play right behind our press box. So O'Malley's worked the count full, looking to get a big second out right here on Reinhardt.
Yeah, this out would be huge. It would eliminate the threat of a sac fly.
And, of course, would be an out on their cleanup hitter with 2 runners in scoring position, which is very key, especially in this early situation where Westside has a chance to get on the board first and play a pair. The full count pitch from O'Malley. That's going to be hit out to left center field. That should be deep enough for Peyton to tag up at third. And that's going to be a run for Westside. Peyton heads home on the sacrifice fly from Johnny Reinhardt. Did his job right there. Got the ball in the outfield. And gets the RBI.
Great work there getting Westside on the board. That's all you're looking for, just some early runs. So now 2 outs. Runner on second.
Barajas stayed at second. Thought about going to third on that sac fly, trying to move both runners over. However, stayed at second, which was probably a wise decision.
Yep, center fielder didn't even try the throw home. So likely would have been out. So here's Goodwin, trying to keep that momentum going. We know he's a very talented hitter. Had a rough night yesterday, going 0 for 3. However, second on the team in hits. First in batting average, batting .395.
O'Malley. That ball nearly hit Goodwin. Tell you what, that would look like a changeup or a breaking ball right there. Surprised he didn't try to wear it.
Yep.
Tippy-toed his way out of the box right there, so 1-0 is your count. With Finnan, the pitcher, on deck.
And Finnan had a great night yesterday. Went 3 for 3, 2 RBIs and a run. So right now, if you're O'Malley, you're trying to end this inning right now. Not even give him this very dangerous opportunity with a runner in scoring position.
That's going to be taken low and outside, 2-0. And we know this Westside offense is very dangerous at the top. Got a lot of good hitters batting at the top of the order. However, last night, in that semifinal game against the P-52s from Millard South, Finnan, the 6-hole hitter, had 2 RBIs, and then Dalton Bargo, the catcher, batting 7th, had 2 RBIs as well.
Yep.
And that accounted for all 4 runs Westside put across the plate last night.
Yeah, the top of the order is definitely the most threatening, dangerous part, but they didn't have the most success. It was the middle to the end of the order that really was getting it going for him.
O'Malley keeping a really close eye on Barajas at second right now. That's going to be fouled off. Hit the security camera right on home plate. All right, Joey, we breaking in the ballpark tonight since that security camera might be broken?
Get some wiffle ball action.
Thankfully, it didn't shatter, though. They might have had to stop play.
Yeah.
The glass fell. Tell you what, O'Malley's been focusing a lot on Barajas right here. With 2 outs, no need to really focus on the runner. Just try to get the batter out. It's been a really long inning. He's been taking his time between batters. That's a filthy breaking ball thrown from O'Malley. Now a throwback to second as Barajas had a big secondary lead over at second. Slides back in safely, count 2-2.
Tell you what, Protaski really hesitated there. I think he expected Barajas to immediately go back, but he waited.
Yeah.
Want to see what he could get going.
If he didn't wait, he might have been able to gun him down.
Mm-hmm.
So Goodwin trying to extend the lead. Westside has already plated one during this bottom half of the first. O'Malley sets. Another long pause. The southpaw kicks. That's a breaking ball poked foul. Goodwin well out in front of that one.
Yep. I would expect right here any base hit past the infield, Barajas is scoring. Because you saw in that foul ball, he was starting to sprint with his head down. He wasn't paying attention to what was going on. Trying to move as quick as possible. So 20 pitches thrown.
Feels like more, though. It's been a very long inning as O'Malley checks on Barajas again.
Probably because a lot of stepping off, looking at that runner.
Every pitch is critical, especially in a championship game. So O'Malley taking his time. Breaking ball. Did not get the call in the corner.
So now we're seeing that student section of Westside again. We're hearing them.
Tell you what, they brought all of Midtown last night.
Yeah. You got to respect it. They're getting rowdy. It's a big game.
Feels a little odd, though, to have a championship game in the afternoon, but obviously Prep's got very big things tonight as well.
I think it'd feel nice to them to show up to their graduation.
Strike three. O'Malley throws that breaking ball again. Goodwin thought it was up, and the inning is over. So after a long bottom half of the first inning, O'Malley maneuvers around the west side lineup that sees 5 guys come to the plate. Only one comes across the board. 1-0 is your score in favor of the Warriors as we head to the top of the second here at the Metro Championship game. Grant Hatcher, the DH here for Creighton Prep, going to lead things off here in the top half of the second, excuse me. So Creighton Prep, Joey, they have a DH going today as O'Malley will not be seeing the plate. However, Westside, Finnan obviously going to be in their lineup. We know he's a surely good hitter.
And Hatcher right here, a great DH. He's tied for second in batting average, and he's first with on-base percentage. On-base percentage is .602. Very efficient batter. He's been walked 28 times this season in 28 games.
Very good plate discipline. That ball's outside. Now 2-1.
So we saw Finnan strike out 2 in that first inning. Only gave up the 1 hit coming from Spongeburg.
Finnan gets a ground ball right over to the short. Reinert makes the play. Easy throw over to first for out number 1.
Nice job trying to make quick work right there is Finnan.
Third baseman number 10, PJ Locks.
So PJ Locks, number 10 in the third baseman, now into bat.
Yesterday against Bell West only had 1 official at bat, which he struck out. Was also walked once.
Finnan kicks and fires. That's hit down the line, going towards the Westside bullpen and foul.
And Feenan's done a pretty good job getting ahead of these counts early on. We mentioned that first pitch strike percentage is very high.
He's up 0-1. Finnan, Finnan, 0-2 now. Getting in front of Locks, who's fouled 2 balls off to the right side, laid on both fastballs. Let's see if he thinks he's going with another fastball right here.
I mean, it's worked pretty well. Also might try and throw him off guard.
Might be a waste pitch as that was up and in. Trying to brush Locks off the plate right there.
Locks, nice hitter. He's 5th in the team in hits. He has 22 so far in the season throughout 25 games.
Tell you what, that was a setup pitch, Joey. Threw that fastball up and in and then followed it up with the breaking ball that started up and in on the inside corner and bended back towards the bottom half of the zone for strike number 3. Really good setup right there from Finnan to get out number 2. So here's Parker Mooney, number 6, the first baseman for Prep. That's going to be strike number 1. Finnan pours in that breaking ball.
So Mooney's coming off an 0-for-2 game. However, he had 2 RBIs. So still played a big role in that 3-2 win versus Bell West.
Finnan, that one's up.
Right now, Mooney trying to prevent a 1-2-3 inning.
Finnan upstairs yet again. 2 straight fastballs missing the zone. Counts now 2-1 to Mooney. Finnan working quick. That's a check me swing right there from Mooney.
That one placed really well from Finnan.
Excuse me swing. That's what I was thinking of. Very late on that fastball. Now goes with the breaking ball. Finnan walking off the mound. Thought it was going to be strike 3.
He had no doubt in his mind.
Tell you what, he took about 10 steps.
Yep.
Don't know if umpires really like that, though, Joey. Full count pitch. That's going to be strike 3 on the inside corner. Finnan knew that one was a strike 3, no doubt. 2 strikeouts that inning for Michael Finnan. He will lead things off in the bottom half of the second inning for Westside, who leads 1-0 here against Creighton Prep. You're listening to the Metro Championship game, sponsored by Millard South Media. We'll be right back. All right, the man of the hour right now, Michael Finnan, steps into the batter's box. O'Malley back out there on the bump.
So Finnan, after a fantastic night at the plate yesterday, already 4 strikeouts this game, 2 in each inning.
Swings and misses at that fastball up at the top of the zone.
And he hasn't been a breakout hitter for this team. He's a .293 hitter, and all of his hitting statistics don't really place the top of the team. However, he got everything going at the right time. Yesterday, as I'd mentioned, 3 for 3, 2 RBIs and a run. Putting in fantastic work at the mound, too.
Tell you what, that breaking ball right there from O'Malley looked like it bended back and got the outside corner. Didn't get the call. So a 1-1 pitch coming up from O'Malley. That's inside.
So through 2 innings, Finnan's thrown 26 pitches, and right now O'Malley's thrown 27 in just over 1 inning.
The southpaw deals. That's a nice changeup right there. Got Finnan out in front. Good change of speed.
Yep,
Tell you what, he's got a really crafty breaking ball.
he does.
I wonder if it's even 60 miles per hour, honestly. Throws it here, and Finnan hits that well out to left field. That's going to get down. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Finnan around first. He's going to get a leadoff double. Finnan keeps the hot streak going.
Great work from Finnan. Yesterday we saw in those 3 hits, they were composed of 2 doubles and a triple. So he's keeping up that fantastic work.
And that 2 RBI double against Millard South was down the left field line.
Yep.
Seems to be in the exact same spot on that hit just now. So here is the catcher, Dalton Bargo.
Bargo's 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. One of those was hitting in Finnan. Saw Bargo had a great night at catcher, too. Had a lot of fantastic stops.
You can just tell right now, this Westside team, they have a lot of confidence right now. Every hitter that steps to the plate. Dugout's been fired up since this one got going. It helps when you got a big fan base behind you traveling on the road. Pretty decent-sized crowd here at the John A. Lammel Complex. That's hit well out to right center field. Taggable for Finnan as making the play is center fielder for Creighton Prep, Graham Lorenz.
Tell you what, that was a fantastic throw right there from Lorenz. Obviously not in time. Still nice cannon right there.
If I was on second base, I might have got thrown out on that throw, but I'm not. So Finnan's able to tag up and go over to third. Good base running by him. Bargo moves the runner over, and now leads it up to R.J. Gunderson, the second baseman, number 21, batting in the 8th hold spot. Trying to get another run across the plate for Westside.
And he's tied for third on the team in RBIs with 17. Now given a fantastic opportunity with a runner on third.
O'Malley in trouble. Throws that ball up and out of the zone. We've seen O'Malley work very slow against these hitters, Joey. In that first inning, it seems like it took over 20 minutes to get through the bottom half of the first. He only faced 5 batters. So he's a very patient, crafty type of pitcher that will take his time at the mound. Make sure he's ready to set and fire as he throws a fastball. In on the hand of Gunderson right there, 1-1. Couldn't ask for a better day of baseball. Partly cloudy.
77 degrees.
Slight breeze. That's going to be in the dirt. Good block right there from Petrowski.
So Gunderson looking to get hit number 25 of the season. Be a very big one right here. You're trying to increase this lead for Westside. Try to build up a little bit of a cushion.
And Prep still playing back, so if you hit a ground ball to either shortstop or second base, it's likely going to get a run in. That's a grounded foul.
We know Prep's a team that's able to work from behind. Like we mentioned in that Bell West game, they scored 2 in the bottom of the 6th. Ended up taking a 3-2 lead, which they retained. Ended up winning.
O'Malley looking for a big punch out right here on Gunderson. He kicks and winds. Breaking ball, strike 3. Threw that slow winding breaking ball that clipped the outside corner and froze Gunderson. 2 gone now.
Fantastic pitch and a huge out right there. That's what they really needed.
So here's 9-hole hitter Logan Godfrey, number 14, the third baseman for the Warriors.
Godfrey 1 for 2 yesterday, had a single.
This is likely the guy you want batting in the 9-hole spot if you're O'Malley before you turn it over to the top of the order. That's going to be a weak ground ball, just foul on the third base line.
And yeah, you're going straight to Cole Payton as the top of the order, so you're really trying to retire the side right now.
Yep, and
not have to worry about him until next inning with bases empty.
Exactly. And we know Payton did damage in his first at-bat, swinging at the first pitch.
Ended up scoring that one and only run.
Godfrey steps up. Here's O'Malley. It's up at stairs. 1-1.
So like you had said, O'Malley's really taking his time. The mound.
Really good changeup
Yep.
right there. Tell you what, he's thrown a couple of those changeups this inning that have generated swings and misses.
Seen a lot of success from that pitch early on.
His secondary pitches seem to be his strength, and as a crafty southpaw, lengthy southpaw at that, throws kind of slow. That seems to be expected. However, he pours in that fastball right there on the inside corner, freezes Godfrey right there. O'Malley comes back strong after Finnan got to third base with only 1 out, strikes out the next 2 guys, and after 2 innings, 1-0 remains your score in favor of the Warriors. We head to the third, and we'll be right back after this. All right, Max Sanders, the right fielder, Joey, number 13, stepping into the box at the bottom half of the third. And I believe Sanders pitched yesterday as well.
He did. Had a good night. Played a big role in that victory.
Fun fact, I know his little brother.
Do you?
I do. He's friends with, we used to play on my brother's baseball team.
Oh, I got you.
Last year, Omaha Suburban. That's going to be outside.
So Sanders, you'd mentioned, pitched yesterday. Today he'll be in right field. Been a little bit of a pitching battle so far. Both pitchers with 4 strikeouts, 2 in each inning.
That's going to be a breaking ball that Saunders sits back on. However, it's going to go out of play towards the right side.
And Sanders on a year, a .288 hitter, 15 hits and 52 at-bats.
Spits on that one. Count now moves to 2-2.
2-2 the count.
Prep yet to get the leadoff man on in the first 2 innings against Finnan, who kicks and fires. That's a swing and a miss. Blew the cheddar by him right there, out number 1.
So strikeout number 5 for Finnan, putting in fantastic work.
So now here's the 9-0 hitter, Kalen Picata, the shortstop, number 4. Picota. Shout out to Pat Geary. Thank you, sir.
So Pacoda's coming off a rough outing, went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Victory versus Bell West.
Finnan's put 2 fastballs in there to start out this count. Already up 0-2 on Picota.
Hasn't had quite the success he was looking for. He's a .200 hitter on the season. Right now they're trying to get some momentum going for him. They struggled at the plate.
This Westside pitching has been dynamite, Joey. I've allowed 2 hits over the last 10 innings combined. Breaking ball upstairs, 1-2. After that home run from Noah Grice last night in the first inning for the P-52s, they didn't generate another hit the rest of the game.
Yep.
And that one's fouled out of play. Barajas and Creeling did the job last night, and Finnan's doing the work right now.
Westside's being put in such a better position than yesterday. Obviously not the runs they were looking for, but they struggled with some walks. There were control issues, which put the Patriots in pretty decent positions. Right now, still yet to get a walk. Finnan, 5 strikeouts, only that 1 hit given up from Spongeburg.
5 out of the first 7 outs have been strikeouts from Finnan, looking to get his 6th right here, and he does. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Bargo going to throw it over to the first, out number 2.
So the last 4 batters he's faced, he has struck out. Bringing Sam Ryberg back up.
Seems to be in a stride right now. What's his pitch count looking like, Joey?
Pitch count is at 37.
It's pretty good for the first 3 innings.
Yep, O'Malley's at 39 after 2.
Finnan working very quickly. That's a fastball dotted, on the outside corner. That's going to be hit well out to center field. Is it going to drop for a base hit? It will.
Good work from Ryberg, getting some momentum going for this team with 2 outs.
Trying to muster up a 2-out rally right now.
Yep, and we know towards the top of this order is where you see the most success coming from Prep. Wasn't able to get much going for him early in the game, however.
So here's Graham Lorenz, the center fielder, number 9, up for his second at-bat.
And Lorenz, you can say without a doubt best hitter on this team.
Yep.
49 hits, that puts him at first. First in doubles, first in triples, first in RBIs, first in runs, and first in batting average. He's batting .458 on the season.
If they're going to generate some 2-out magic right here on Finnan, who's been dealing it, will probably come from the bat of Lorenz. Take strike 1 at the knees.
We saw Lorenz go down the strikeout, his first at-bat today. And following him, if he can get on Spongeburg, who we saw get that 1 hit in the first inning with 2 outs.
Finnan takes a long pause, and now squaring around a bunt was Lorenz. It's going to roll foul, so 1-2, or 0-2, excuse me.
So clearly they had faith in his bunting right there. Trying to get him on base.
Tell you what, he just squared around a bunt though, and I don't know with 2 strikes, or with 2 outs, excuse me.
Yep.
Unless you're trying to do a push bunt, if that's the right play in this situation. Ryberg with a small lead over at first. Finnan deals. Lorenz spoils it.
Good job staying alive there.
Just stuck the bat out on that fastball.
And in big games like this, obviously the championship game, you need your top hitters contributing. You need everyone working. You need these guys to kind of lead everyone else.
Ryberg gets caught. However, a low throw from Bargo allows Ryberg to get back in safely. Kind of got caught flat-footed between first and second right there.
He definitely had him in time. If that was a better throw, we would have seen out number 3. So now looking to get 3 strikeouts this inning.
If I'm Finnan, I'm continuing to throw that fastball. Lorenz that's going to be a wild pitch. Ryberg now going to second. Is he going to go to third? He is. Ryberg not in. Oh, he's safe.
And that one, awfully close call right there. Going to call him safe, so we'll see a runner on third with 2 outs.
How about the aggressive play right there from Ryberg?
Yeah. Great play from him, and frankly, great play from the catcher after not being able to field that ball. Turnaround, did not hesitate making that throw to third, and it was a great throw as well.
You would think he would have been satisfied just going to second, getting in scoring position with 2 outs. However, he's at third right now. The 2-2 is fouled off from Lorenz, who's not putting together a really solid at-bat.
So Lorenz sees the biggest opportunity that the Jays have seen so far.
The reason I would not be throwing that breaking ball to Lorenz is he seems like he was sitting on it a couple pitches ago. 2-2 remains your count. Finnan throws the fastball again, and Lorenz fouls it off. And that's another thing. He hasn't timed up one of Finnan's fastballs yet. So don't give in and throw him a breaking ball that he could turn around on.
With Lorenz's power, he can time one well. Definitely hitting a run.
Ryberg barely got into third. Got his foot underneath the tag. Looking to come home now. So that's a weak squib right there from Lorenz. That's going to roll foul.
Lorenz doing a great job staying alive.
The ball had a lot of spin on it.
Yep. He's making Feenan get his work put in for him. Feenan already 6 strikeouts in this game.
Got to be the 9th or 10th pitch of this at bat right here. Finnan pauses and now fires to the plate inside. Count moves to full as Lorenz is putting up the best at bat of the game so far for Creighton Prep, doing everything he can to try to even up the score at 1 right here in the top half of the 3rd.
He's been relentless right now. Anything close, done a great job fouling it back. Keeping it
Finnan
alive.
goes with the breaking ball and gets a swing and a miss.
We told him not to throw it, but he throws it, and look what we get from it. Strikeout.
Well, that's why they don't listen to me, Joey.
Yep.
Finnan battles through to that inning, gets the strikeout of Lorenz on a fantastic at-bat from both players. However, after 3, the Warriors still remain on top. Or, excuse me, after 2.5, as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 remains scored. And we'll be right back after this. We're back for the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Dylan Pelster alongside Joey Kirkle of Millard South Media, here to cover the Metro Championship game between Westside and Prep. Westside out in front 1-0 right now. Winding breaking ball from O'Malley for strike 1. Go ahead, Joey.
Starting off inning number 3, we're back to the top of the order with Cole Payton. Saw him get a run and a hit in his first at-bat.
The lone run across the board right now from either team. It's another breaking ball. Payton sits back on that one. That's going to be a base hit. Payton was ready for that breaking ball right there. Joey did a nice job of shortening up his swing, staying back on that breaking ball, and hitting it out to left center field. That will bring up Harrison Creeling. Go ahead.
That's what they need. They need to start building momentum early in the inning. That's what they did in the first. Got the leadoff runner on, and we saw a run scored. They're trying to do the same thing right here.
If you had a nickel for every time I've interrupted you, you might be rich.
That's on me. That's on me, though.
No, it's on me. It's on both of us.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
What's happened to our chemistry, man? O'Malley checks on Payton. That's what O'Malley did a lot the first inning when Payton and Barajas got on base.
Yep.
A lot of throws over, a lot of steps off the mound.
That's why we saw such a long inning. He was constantly keeping tabs on the runners.
Yep. Working at his own pace. Surrenders that leadoff single to Payton, and he's going first pitch, and he's got him in a pickle. Payton hesitated. He might have been able to make it. Now in the rundown, applies the tag for out number 1. Let's see who that was. That was number 15 for Creighton Prep, Danny Spongbird, the second baseman.
And I don't know that he would have made it, but sliding in a second definitely would have been his best call. That would have been an awfully close play. I think he might have been safe.
Tell you what, he probably had the same chances to get in there like Ryberg had a chance to get to third of the last inning when he slid into third. Nonetheless, a good job by O'Malley to get Payton for the first out. Now the first pitch to Creeling is upstairs, a 1-0.
So Creeling, a 261 hitter. However, he's third in runs, tied for third in RBIs, and he's first in doubles. This guy is able to place it well in the outfield.
That's going to be upstairs.
So Creighton in his first appearance struck out. It's the first strikeout victim for Robert O'Malley.
That's going to be a strike on the inside corner.
O'Malley looking to recover after that quick 2-0 count.
Working quicker now. That's a swing and a miss on a changeup on the inside part of the plate.
Both pitchers having great games so far. I knew we had said that O'Malley probably wasn't their top option, and looking at ERA, he's about 4th in the team, but he's having a fantastic night at the mound.
He's kind of settled down since the first
Yep.
inning. Was able to get out of the first inning with only 1 run allowed. Tell you what, the Westside hitters are having a tough time hitting that breaking ball and that changeup right now.
Yep, they really are.
The slow off speed. You know, as a hitter, I mean, you're used to faster pitches, even breaking pitches that are faster than the ones that O'Malley is throwing right now. And of course, his length and his release point as a lefty is kind of tricky. That's popped out of play, and we'll do it again at 3-2.
You know, I'm not used to calling noon games. A minute ago when I was talking about O'Malley, I said he's having a great night.
Oh, I didn't even pick that up, man.
We're so used to
Hey,
calling
you see, I've seen professional commentators do that too.
We're used to calling 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock games, stuff like that.
10 a.m. game.
Yep.
O'Malley. That's low and outside for ball 4. Creighton spits on that one, and he'll head. Oh, my God. He'll head down to first.
So we saw that count start with 2-0. Then we saw a great recovery there from O'Malley. Couldn't keep it going, though.
And O'Malley. I'm joking, guys. All right, so Barajas is up for his second plate appearance.
Saw him get walked in his first.
See if Creighton tries to be as aggressive as Peyton. O'Malley fires to the plate. Breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 1.
Creighton 14 stolen bases on the year. That puts him at second.
You know what? That might have been my best stutter of the year. Do we have an award for best stutter? That might have been the winner.
That's the front runner. So Creighton did have a stolen base yesterday in the semifinal game.
O'Malley, that one's in the dirt. Went with the same pitch.
Couldn't get the same success, however.
O'Malley being careful about when to throw that fastball to Barajas. The lefty-on-lefty matchup with 1 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. And another situation where O'Malley gets a pickoff. Slide into second, and that's out.
Fantastic work right there. We saw the base runner slide into second immediately.
Folks that
make
might
it
be
in time.
wondering if that's a balk, in order for it to be a balk, O'Malley's pickup leg will have to come back. When he goes to pitch in his windup, he has to have that pickup leg go in front of his back knee before it's considered a balk. And on both instances, he did a good job of slow playing it. We know his windup is kind of slow.
Yep.
So these Westside base runners that are trying to get good leads and steal right now are kind of being a little too fast before his pickup leg goes in front of his knee. That's fouled off. I did a really bad job of explaining that. But if we had like a camera, like we could show like instant replay, like if we were
Then we would have it.
Yeah, I would be able to like use my highlighter and point it out.
Exactly. We'll get the equipment next year.
Yeah. I won't be here next year. That's outside. I guess I thought I was a very descriptive person, but who knows?
So O'Malley looking to get out of this inning. Bases empty, full count.
Breaking ball inside. So that's the 3rd base runner O'Malley's allowed this inning, Joey. However, you wouldn't know it.
Saw the base hit from Peyton. Got thrown out. We got the walk from Creighton. Got thrown out. And now Barajas on base.
Most likely, I'll bet $1 he doesn't try to steal right here.
Oh, there's no way. So Reinert, excuse me.
Ah, you did it again.
I know.
Gosh, that's like the first mistake either of us have made today. That ball's going to be in the dirt, 1-0.
Reinert trying to build some success right now, looking to get a runner in scoring position, trying to advance Barajas.
Pitching coach now coming out to talk to O'Malley.
So right now O'Malley is at 54 pitches thrown, giving up 3 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts, however walked 3.
And obviously both pitchers looking to go well into the game.
Yep.
Especially assuming if their pitch counts stay relatively where they are. There's no action in either bullpen right now. Trying to get a read on what this conversation might be about, Joey. With 2 outs. And a runner not in scoring position yet. Maybe they're talking about throwing over to first with Barajas. But the thing is, O'Malley's already got 2 pickoffs this inning. And retired Reinhardt in his first at-bat.
Yep.
Back in the first inning.
Yeah, Reinhardt had that sac fly that scored Peyton.
And keep in mind, you can only have 1 mound visit before you have to pull a pitcher. So this is it. So 1 more mound visit and O'Malley will be done. He's up 1-0 in the count. Is Reinhardt. And now 2-0 as that ball gets past Petrowski. Petrowski was a little lazy with it. Didn't expect Barajas to go. And I tell you what, I don't know what Petrowski was thinking right there.
Yeah, he really, guess he didn't expect him to go second. But he regrets that one right there.
Barajas was indecisive about whether to go to second or not. And right when he saw Petrowski kind of walking towards the ball, that was only about a foot and a half away from him.
Yep.
Barajas decided to go. And it pays dividends for him as now Westside has a runner in scoring position finally with 2 outs. And that's going to be hit down the line, foul.
Nice rip right there.
O'Malley's worked out his situations in the first and second inning so far.
Trying to replicate that here with a runner in scoring position.
If Reinhardt were to be retired, it would be the 3rd straight inning that Westside has left runners in scoring position when being retired for the final out. The 2-1 as he steps back.
Early on, we were kind of wondering why he keeps, watching those runners. But then, I mean, this inning paid off.
That's going to be skied out to right field. Going back is the right fielder on the wall, makes the play. That was right fielder Max Saunders making the play for the 3rd out of the inning. O'Malley gets out of it with no damage done, and after 3 innings, 1-0 remains your score in favor of the Westside Warriors in the Metro Championship game. Middle of the order due up for Creighton Prep here in the top half of the 4th. No runs across the plate for them so far. It will be Spongberg leading it off, followed by Petrowski and Hatcher.
Spongberg coming out from, Spongberg coming off that 0 for 3 game yesterday, retaliated well in his first at-bat with a base hit. Looking to keep that success going right here. They need to see a lead runner on.
Breaking ball chopped. It's going to get past Finnan, over to short for Reinhardt. Makes the play on the run, sidearm. Pretty nice, smooth-looking play right there from Reinhardt for out number 1.
Yep.
So here's Caleb Petrowski.
So right now for Phenon, 3 innings pitched, 52 pitches thrown, only giving up 2 hits with 7 strikeouts. He's done a fantastic job this game, really limiting Prep as much as possible.
That's going to be a swing and a miss from Petrowski. Finnan looking very sharp once again. Petrowski is late on that. It's going to stay in fair. No, it's going to go out of play towards the Prep fans down in right field.
He's 5th in batting average, batting .321. But he's tied for 3rd in base hits, has 27 on the year. Throughout 25 games played.
He's a big bat from the right side.
Yep, they need to get something going right now.
Breaking ball, foul.
Oh, that one awfully close. Would have been a great hit.
That would have been right on cue.
Yep. Third base coach was quickly discussing with the ump. He was pointing to where he thought the ball landed.
Michael Finnan tries to power that fastball past Petrowski. Count will remain at 1-2.
Phenon, I mentioned, had 28 strikeouts going into today throughout 22 innings. He's kept his success going. He's leading the team in strikeouts.
Oh, just a little low below the knees of Petrowski.
So Phenon 3rd on the team in ERA. He's having
that's going to be a fouled off. You can see him messing with that ball in his glove, staring down the catcher, Bargo. So look, he's already ready to pitch again. He's right back on that rubber, ready to go. Petrowski taking his time. And now back in the box. So we do it again on a 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Blew the cheddar past him for out number 2.
Non-stop action from Phenon. 8th strikeout now of the game. Putting in amazing work. So now Grant Hatcher trying to get some success going, the designated hitter. Went 0 for 1.
Low. One and 0 pitch upstairs, 2-0.
We've seen multiple at-bats like this where his accuracy's been kind of an issue to start it off, but he's been able to come back every time.
Nobody's been walked for Prep, right?
I
don't believe so, yeah.
Nope. Compared to 3 times for Westside.
Well, that might change now as Finnan has fallen behind 3-0. The 3-0 pitch from him is right down the middle, down the pipe for strike 1.
He's got a strike percentage so far of 68.9. His accuracy's been very on point. Through his 13 batters faced, 10 first pitch strikes.
That's going to be, oh!
Oh, you hate to see that. He goes to toss the bat as that's called for strike 2.
So we've seen a couple instances today. Finnan was the first one where he started walking off the mound thinking it was strike 3. At that time, Hatcher tosses his bat. The ball did appear to be up and out for ball 4. However, Finnan got the call, and the count now moves full. Looking to battle back from 3-0 down. Breaking ball. Did he go? He did.
Oh, man. What a recovery from the 3-0 count. Last 2 plays. I don't think Prep loved the call on either of those pitches. But, man, great recovery there from Phenon.
Hatcher went on the full count breaking ball. A 1-2-3 inning for Finnan in the 4th. He's wheeling and dealing right now. And we go to the bottom of the 4th now. 1-0 remains your score in favor of the Warriors.
Yeah. So center fielder David Goodwin, leading things off, struck out in the first inning to retire the side. Looking to get some success going right here.
That first pitch was bounced from O'Malley.
And so we know Goodwin's one of the most talented hitters on this team. Second in hits, second in doubles and triples.
Pops the one out into the edge of the infield. Third baseman makes the play. That's P.J. Lux.
That's what O'Malley needs. He's looking for quick outs right now. He's able to do that right there.
And I tell you what, Joey, we talked at the beginning of the broadcast about in a championship game, you don't expect a lot of runs to be scored. You expect to see a lot of good defense, a lot of good pitching, a lot of situational hits, things like that. And it's been a low-scoring affair so far, which was as expected. Well, O'Malley's doing a really good job at breaking balls outside. We know his ERA is above 3.5, around 3.65, I believe.
Yep.
We know this Westside lineup is very dangerous, so he's done a really good job of maneuvering around the lineup. He's had dangerous moments multiple times throughout the game, as that's lofted into right field for out number 2.
Yeah, been in a couple tricky situations, however, only had that one out early on, or that one run early on, excuse me. So after Finning gets out, that'll bring up Dalton Bargo, the catcher.
And especially since O'Malley's kind of getting on a roll right now, Joey. And his pitch count's a little bit further up than Finnan's is, right? If he can have a quick 1-2-3 inning like this, that would be very huge for his pitch count.
Now, I mean, his pitch count's lower, but he's pitched, one less inning.
Yep. That breaking ball's upstairs.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic recovery now at 62 pitches compared to Finnan's 67. I mean, a lot of that's because he had 3 walks earlier in this game.
Only, I believe, the 5th pitch of this inning, and that's foul down the right field line.
That was just like the hit we saw from Prep that went down the third base line, where if it could have stayed fair, would have been a huge hit right there.
That one was smoked.
Yep. So Bargo, 370 hitter on the season. Looking to get a runner on with 2 outs.
1-1 pitch from O'Malley. It's going to be hit out to left center field. Moving over is the left fielder for Prep, Sam Ryberg, to make the 3rd out of the inning. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for O'Malley. Just what the doctor ordered for Creighton Prep. We go to the 5th. 1-0 is still your score here at the Metro Championship Final. Top of the 5th inning, Ross Jergstrom, Joey, from Channel 6 News. It's his last game covering, or his last day, too, covering high school sports before he heads into retirement. He's here at the John A. Lammel Complex today, so a quick shout-out to him. Obviously, we're trying to get into sports broadcasting, so that's somebody that's been doing it in the business for over 30 to 40 years now.
So right now, P.J. Locke's leading things off for Creighton Prep. Trying to get some momentum going for him. He struck out in his first attempt, however. He was the start of the 4 straight strikeouts we saw from Finnan.
Chin music right there. 6, 7, 8 due up for Prep this inning, and I tell you what, Finnan's been going to work. Not looking to have a change here, but that's going to be a infield single possibly. Yes. Tell you what, a great athletic play over at first by Barajas to drop and prevent Locke from going over to second base. However, that was a great athletic play as well from Reiner to range over there and prevent the ball from going into the outfield. And the fact that he got the throw off and nearly beat Locks to the bag is kind of remarkable. However, Locks gets the infield hit, so that's what Creighton Prep needed, Joey, that leadoff runner.
That's what they had. They've been trying to get it, haven't been able to. So now possibly an opportunity for some success as Parker Mooney's up.
That's going to be a weak ground ball. That's going to get past Finnan. Tough play over at second. Scoop with the glove. Oh, what a play.
Great job right there from number 21. Fantastic work from R.J. Gunderson.
Gunderson never transferred that ball out of his glove. Flipped it in his glove over to first base for the out. That spelled trouble after it got past the glove of Finnan. Now, I was thinking possibly a bunt situation on that play as the third baseman for Westside, Godfrey, was in on the grass. However, Prett gets the runner over to second base, now 1 out. Swinging aggressively as Max Saunders saw him foul off 2 fastballs in his first at-bat over towards the right side.
And Finnan right now having about as good of a day on the mound as you can get. In 4 innings, only 3 hits allowed and 9 strikeouts.
And you can tell Creighton Prep's not worried about pitch count right now or trying to work counts. They're trying to be aggressive in this inning, trying to generate some offense and not try to have Finnan's inaccuracy, which has not really been there. He's been very accurate so far in this game. Oh, my. Going over to third. He's out.
Great job seeing it right there in time. He's not happy about that call.
Doesn't look like Saunders wanted Locks to steal right there.
We saw it misplaced from the catcher. However, he was still able to make the play. Locks definitely thought he had more time on that one.
And in a play like that, in a situation like this, when you have a runner in scoring position and you need just 1 run, that's going to be popped up. Will it stay in play for Bargo? It will not. And it bounces off our press box. But as I was going to say, Joey, in a situation like that, did that ball bounce back?
Yep, bounce back down.
It's funny if nobody got hurt. It doesn't appear that nobody
looks
got
like
hurt.
no one got hurt. I see people smiling.
So as I was alluding to, when you have a runner in scoring position and you're down 1-0 in a game as important as this one, right? A base hit's going to score you from second because you're in scoring position.
Yeah,
right?
there was no use in going to third.
And this is a pretty big diamond right here at the John A. Lammel Complex. So any ball through the infield was likely going to score Locks from second base, especially since he has a lot of speed as well.
Yeah,
kind of ran himself into an out.
Obviously, if it goes right past Bargo, you go to third if you have it. But he didn't have it right there. Bargo misplaced it, still was able to get it to it in time. It wasn't worth the risk right there.
And if Prep's not able to muster up some runs here in the latter half of the later innings, then who knows? That could be one of the most pivotal plays of the games that we look back on if Westside's able to win it here.
Because they went just a second from runner in scoring position, 1 out, to now bases empty with 2 outs and a 1-2 count for a dangerous pitcher in Finnan looking to get strikeout number 10.
Saunders doing a good job of protecting right here and staying alive. Oh, the umpire tried to go after that ball.
Making the
kind of
catch.
mossed it in front of the catcher. Da-na-na, a little too excessive.
No, I liked it.
We tried to bring entertainment. If all you guys watching right now are from Prep and Westside, us at Millard South Media, we're delighted to have you here, but we try to provide that entertainment. Close pitch right there from Finnan on the inside corner, just a little inside for ball 2.
So Sanders, a 288 hitter, struck out in his one and only plate appearance going in right now.
And that hit him.
Oh, he's spiking that one down. He is not happy.
Saunders a little frustrated with that one. Got hit right on the forearm, it appeared. Don't know if he was really frustrated with the pitcher, just the fact of where he got hit with it. Obviously, the Westside crowd going to make a little bit of noise.
Yep,
A rowdy bunch of group.
to say the least.
They were 10 times rowdier last night, though, I tell you what.
Oh, yeah.
But my question is, Prep's the rival. Are they just hating on Millard South?
I guess so. So Kalen Pacoda now, the shortstop up.
He fouls that one off. Once again, swinging at the first pitch. I believe all 4 guys to come to the plate in this inning have swung at the first pitch of Finnan.
Yeah, so Finnan's faced 17 batters and threw those 14 first pitch strikes.
And that's probably why they're trying to be aggressive. Not trying to wait back in the count and wait for their pitch. Trying to be aggressive early on, especially if Finnan's pounding the strike zone like he has been the entire game. Saunders with the lead at first. Not really a sizable lead to try to steal. And he's going anyways. Hit and run situation that's going to be fouled out of play.
0-2 the count.
So you think about it, we still could have one out with runners on first and second if we hadn't seen that steal attempt to third.
Yep.
But now with only a runner on first, Finnan's got a very dangerous position looking to finish this inning with another strong performance.
He's up 0-2 on the 9-hole hitter, Pacoda. A long pause, fires upstairs. The thing is, Joey, both teams have really ran themselves into a lot of outs during this game. A lot of opportunities have been squandered. Now, there's been really good pitching by both Finnan and O'Malley.
Yep. And yeah, looking at, we saw that call at third, obviously this inning. We've seen 2 pickles.
That's another hit and run situation. Chopped right over to third for Godfrey. Low throw and an extension over at first from Barajas. Finnan gets through the 5th inning, shows a little bit of emotion as he goes off the mound. Heading to the bottom of the 5th, Westside trying to get some insurance runs on the board. 1-0 remains their lead over Prep here in the Metro Tournament Championship game. Bottom of the 5th inning. Here we go. O'Malley back on the bump.
O'Malley's had a fantastic recovery throughout this game. That first inning, we saw 1 run given up in a high pitch count. He's really recovered throughout this, though.
That was a check swing called strike number 1.
So O'Malley at 65 pitches thrown, giving up 3 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts. He walked 3, however, those came earlier in the game.
He's looking for his 4th straight scoreless frame, and he gets a measly pop-up right at shortstop. Pacoda for out number 1. In case you're just joining us, Millard South Media here covering the Metro Tournament Championship game here at the John A. Lammel Complex at Millard South. Yes, these 2 teams playing are Westside and Prep. The game is here at Millard South. Why are we playing a noon game? Well, Creighton Prep has their graduation at 6 o'clock tonight.
Yep.
Ironically, right when the championship game was supposed to start. That's going to be another pop-up on the infield. Ranging over is the second baseman Spongberg for out number 2. And yet again, Joey, just like last inning, O'Malley is getting very quick outs, which is really helping his pitch count, getting him a lot of confidence right now.
Now we're seeing that nonstop. However, man at the plate now, Cole Payton, 2 for 2 on the day, scored the one and only run in this game.
Yep, 2 base hits, 1 to right field, 1 to left center field. But as I was alluding to just moments ago, so Prep is having their graduation at 6 o'clock tonight, so the game was moved up to noon. A noon championship game is what you like to see.
Yep, if Bellevue West would have beaten Prep yesterday, right now we'd be playing the third place game. Championship would be at 6.
You know what this reminds me of, Joey? I think it was, I can't remember, maybe Cal State Fullerton. Oh no, it was the team from Virginia a couple years ago in the College World Series. There was a rain out for the championship game, and they played it at noon
Oh, yep.
the next day. Coastal Carolina.
That's
Thank
right.
you. Coastal Carolina.
The Chanticleers.
Yes. That's what this game reminds me of
Yeah.
right here. A championship game in the middle of the afternoon. And that's ripped out to right field. That's foul.
Man, he destroyed that ball.
Tell you what, Peyton's been putting bat to ball this entire afternoon so far. Nearly said evening, man.
Yep.
Nearly said it.
He's got 5 homers on the season, so clearly we saw that power right there. He exhibited it well.
O'Malley misses low. Now 3-1 is your count. Trying to work around Peyton, I would assume right now. Making really good contact, even though it's a lefty-on-lefty matchup for Peyton. 3-1 pitch. That's bounces to the plate. Petrowski's got a hustle right now as Peyton is running down to first base. He'll stop right there.
We've seen Petrowski have a couple plays where it's gotten past him. He's kind of walked or jogged to it. He knew right there he had to hustle, didn't want to give up another costly base.
So Westside trying to get something going here with 2 outs. We know Peyton was picked off in his last attempt, trying to steal a base over at first. Now with 2 outs, wouldn't be surprised. He's a very aggressive base runner if he tries to do it again and steal second. Got to be careful here, though, with O'Malley's pickoff move, who throws back to first, immediately checking on him.
Peyton already a successful stolen base earlier in the game, first time he got on, 18th of the season.
Would be big if he could get to second and try to get a runner in scoring position for Creeling. That ball's upstairs. Throw back over from Petrowski, not in time.
And for Creeling, his batting average goes from 261 to 345 with a runner in scoring position. So you know he's a guy that likes these big moments.
O'Malley sets. Peyton goes. That's going to be a hit and run situation. That's going to stay in the field of play. I don't know what Peyton's doing, though. Cole Peyton started going back to first base, acting like there was less than 2 outs. There's 2 outs right now. He should have just continued to run. I have no idea what he was thinking right now, and I think that's what the first base coach is going over to tell him.
So Creeling trying to keep momentum going for Westside right now. All game they've been trying to tally on another run, looking to increase this lead. Haven't been successful so far.
Peyton doesn't go there. That ball's low. The thing is, though, he got away. If that ball was fair, they could have probably got him out at second because he ran all the way back to first after being all the way at second base. A little bit of a brain fart right there. However, he gets away with it. Creeling up 2-1 in the count right now. Throw back over. But as a base runner, you're taught at a young age, the most important thing is knowing the situation, knowing how many outs you have.
Absolutely. If there are 2 outs, you see contact, you run.
O'Malley, long pause and another throw over. Checking in on Peyton, taking his time.
So O'Malley now with 76 pitches thrown, with those 40 being called for a strike.
Creeling, as Peyton goes. That's a hit and run situation. However, it's hit right at the right fielder for Prep. That's Max Saunders making the play for the third out of the inning. Tell you what, Peyton didn't expect to throw over 3 straight times. That was a good steal attempt right there from Peyton. However, it doesn't work out for Westside. And for the 4th consecutive inning, O'Malley throws a scoreless frame, heading to the 6th inning in a low-scoring 1-0 game that favors Westside out in front of Creighton Prep. 6th inning coming up. We'll be right back after this.
Starting things off, we're back at the top of the order with left fielder Sam Ryberg up.
Ryder steps in.
Top of the order for Creighton Prep. If they're going to generate some runs, this would be the ideal time to do so. And once again, so we saw the bottom 4 in the order, 6, 7, 8, 9, all swing at the first pitch from Finnan. Ryberg just did the same here, being very aggressive right now on him. Now chops that right over to third on a hop. Throw over from Godfrey to first. It's a fastball.
That was a fantastic throw right there. That one a bullet.
A bullet over
Ryberg
first,
out.
Joey.
Yep.
Heat-seeking missile.
Heat-seeking missile.
We're very descriptive up here right now. Out number 1 here for Westside. That'll bring up Graham Lorenz. And I tell you what, Graham Lorenz put up the at-bat of the game for either side in his last appearance. Probably a 10-pitch at-bat. Didn't really keep track. We don't really have that kind of advanced technology at our disposal right now. But we're going to assume it was around 10. Checks his swing right there. That was a breaking ball in the zone nonetheless.
So Lorenz, likely the best hitter on this team, however, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Like you had mentioned, his last at-bat, though, was a fantastic one, was relentless.
Gets a fastball upstairs, 1-1.
So Finnan at 85 pitches thrown. Still only 3 hits given up throughout this game, 9 strikeouts.
That's just a tad upstairs now, 2-1. So his pitch count is a little dicey right now. And even if you're Creighton Prep and you can't get a run across this inning, if you can try to work his pitch count, he might get pulled in the 7th inning possibly because of that pitch count. That's going to be a base on balls right there for Lorenz.
Lorenz did not hesitate. He immediately pitched that bat and started jogging.
Yep. Ball tailed off just a little inside right there. So that'll bring up Spongberg. And we talk about it, Joey. We knew Lorenz was Prep's best hitter right there. So for him to get on base, stay disciplined, not try to swing at stuff out of the zone, very critical in a situation like this with the meat of your order coming up in the 6th inning with only 5 outs to play with.
And we saw in his last game versus Bell West, he did have a stolen base. We'll see if we see that again here.
Lorenz is going first pitch. Throw from Bargo is going to sail over the head and into center field. And Lorenz wisely just takes his bag, doesn't try to go to third.
Smart move.
Lorenz got a really good jump right there. And that was a ball as well to Spogberg. So Creighton Prep, here you go. 1 out in this inning and a runner in scoring position over at second base. Probably the best opportunity they've had to score in this entire game.
Yep.
Besides Ryberg being over at third with 2 outs. However, with the percentages and only 1 out right now and the meat of the order up, this is likely their best opportunity. Spogberg goes after that. Fastball pops it up on the right side. Going over, out of play.
And we did see the opportunity with the runner on second, however, when he tried to steal third base and was unsuccessful. So 1-1 count now for Spongberg. Saw him with the first hit of the game for Prep. After a quick 2 outs, he was able to tally 1 on.
That's going to be a breaking ball hit into center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. And getting caught is Lorenz. Oh!
A huge play right there. Could have had the out. However, mishandled. So now runners on first and second. Great base running right there.
Wow.
From Spongberg, getting able to advance to second. Saw the mishandling.
A lot to digest right there. So Godfrey dropped the ball at third. He had Lorenz beat by a mile at third. And Lorenz got caught up. The center fielder kind of deked him out, pretended like he was going to make a play. So Lorenz started headed back over to second, who was playing halfway. Right when that ball dropped, he was right in between second and third, going back to second, flat-footed.
Yep.
Got to third, barely made it in time because Godfrey dropped the ball. And I tell you what, and at the same time, Sponberg, as reading that throw to third, got over to second, and now Creighton Prep has a chance to take the lead.
And even after that ball hit the ground, you saw Lorenz start to take a couple steps to second, then at the last second decided to run to third. Like you said, shouldn't have made it. Should have been tagged out. However, bobbled there from the third baseman. So a huge opportunity, the biggest of the game. Runners on second and third with 1 out. And we'll see Kalen Protaski stepping up.
He is their cleanup hitter, the perfect player to be in this situation right now. Number 11 catcher Kalen Protaski.
Now he's 0 for 2 on the day. However, against Bell West, he went 3 for 3. So he's coming off a fantastic game.
What's his runners in scoring position, Joey?
I will tell you. So he's got a regular batting average of .321, which puts him at 5th with, I don't have it. I only have it for Westside. That's unfortunate.
It's all Joey Kirkle's fault, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
All right, after a long discussion on the mound with the entire infield and the Westside pitching coach, Finnan is back out there on the rubber. Biggest moment of the game so far. Only 1 out here in the top half of the 6th inning. Lorenz over at third, Spongberg at second.
First baseman ready to come in.
Swing and a miss on a fastball in the outside corner.
And this is a huge at-bat. This is vital.
Can't pop up. If you're going to get the ball in the air, it's got to be taggable for Lorenz over at third.
And if Finnan can get an out here, that could change this game.
Not trying to do too much. Sure, you're trying to take the lead, but a ground ball over to shorter second base ties the game up, and that's all you're looking for right now.
Yep.
Finnan up 0-1. Fastball outside.
Westside crowd not loving that call.
It's clearly a ball, though.
Yeah, that one did
We're being
look outside.
completely unbiased.
Yeah.
It was clearly a ball. 1-1 to Finnan. Breaking ball, turned on foul.
So now with 2 strikes on him, we'll see how he approaches this. Anything close, got to be swinging.
We know Finnan's not scared of this moment, Joey. He's been dealing all day. Still continues to pound the strike zone to Petrowski, who's now going to have to protect and choke up on that bat.
We've seen Prep's bullpen, some guys playing catch.
Here's the pitch. That's outside. That's going to be a wild pitch. Back to the rubber. Barco's not going to get it in time. It's a tie game in the Metro Championship.
And with how close this game has been, one mistake can do it for you. We saw the mistake at third base, getting the runner on third in Lorenz. We've seen their mistake right there. Pass ball scores a run, so we have a tie ball game. Inning number 6, 1-1. Runner on third, 1 out. So Protaski with a huge opportunity. Now it's not to tie it, it's to take the lead. We'll see what he can do.
I'm surprised the infield isn't in for Westside right now.
Yep.
Not trying to let another run come across the plate. They're playing back right now, so a ground ball would score him. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Barco got to be careful. He's coming to the plate. Throw in the plate, not in time.
Fantastic play. He was smart, didn't go back to third base. He waited to see the throw to first. Second, he saw it, ran home. So now Prep, after trailing since the bottom of the first, is ahead 2-1.
How about that? They scored both of their runs off a wild pitch and a strike three pitch that was in the dirt.
What a turnaround.
You could see Bargo look over at Spongberg at third and then fire it down to first. But boy, did Spongberg get a good jump, after the ball left the hand of Bargo. And just like that, the Cinderella darlings of this Metro tournament, 16-16 Creighton Prep, have a 2-1 lead here in the 6th inning.
So Prep, we started the inning with Sam Ryberg, the leadoff hitter. So in 4 batters, we saw 2 runs. Really in 3 because Ryberg got out.
Yep. Now we got to see how Finnan responds, Joey. There's 2 gone here in the top half of the 6th inning. And here is Grant Hatcher, takes a breaking ball here for strike number 1.
So after a quick turn of events, Hatcher looking to build off of this momentum, keep the success going from Creighton Prep.
Breaking ball, well located on the inner part of the plate.
Hatcher, the .375 hitter, on base percentage is .602.
1-2 breaking ball is hit foul down the right field line.
So Finnan is at 94 pitches now. However, not sure if we'll see him next inning. We might see a new pitcher come in for the 7th.
Fastball, strike 3 on the outside corner.
Strikeout number 10 for Finnan. Good
Tell
recovery.
You what, and Hatcher had a tough strikeout in his last at-bat. Another tough strikeout right there. Finnan painted the outside corner. However, Prep musters up 2 runs in the top half of the 6th inning. They lead 2-1. As we head to the bottom half, can Westside respond? You're listening to the Metro Tournament Championship Final, and we'll be right back. We're going to get this out of the way right now, Joey, as we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. In case you like us and you're from Prep or Westside and you're interested in the 3rd place game tonight between Millard South and Bellevue West, me and Joey will be back here at 6 o'clock to call that 3rd place game at the John A. Lammel Complex. And if there's any Millard South Patriot fans watching right now, well, good luck or good news, because we will be here tonight. New pitcher for Prep. That's going to be hit right towards left field, out number 1.
And yeah, that new pitcher is Luke Papa. He's thrown 18 innings so far this year. He's given up 15 earned runs. He has an ERA of .562. In his 5 appearances, his record is 1-3.
So this is what we're talking about, Joey. The Cinderella darlings from Creighton Prep. They probably used all their good pitchers to get to this moment. Kind of shocked that they pulled O'Malley.
Yeah,
Not
he had a
gonna lie.
fantastic night. 77 pitches thrown, only 3 hits, given up 1 run allowed in that first inning, had 4 strikeouts.
The pitch count was low enough. He had, what, 28 pitches left in his repertoire to
28
probably
pitches.
I mean, maybe he's never gone that distance. We don't know. But he had put 4 scoreless frames up in the last 4 consecutive innings. He was looking really sharp. However, Papa now out there. He's fallen behind 2-0 now to number 3 for Westside, Johnny Reinhardt.
So Papa starting things off this inning. We'll see Westside with a new pitcher as Feenan is at 100 pitches thrown.
Yep. And that ball's outside.
Papa early control issues. In his 18 innings, we've seen him walk 8, 11 strikeouts.
But with O'Malley pitching so good, and if you know you're really short on pitchers coming for this game because you've had to use all your really good pitchers to get to this game, I'm kind of surprised you didn't keep him in.
Guy's thrown 4 straight scoreless frames. He's done fantastic work in it.
And that's a 4-pitch walk from Papa.
High ball 4. So record down to
So Westside gets the base runner they were looking for.
celebrate to the plate, number 7.
So now David Goodwin, one of the most talented hitters on this team, trying to retaliate. Hopefully get a run on the board for Westside as they're trailing by 1.
And a lot of action in that Creighton Prep bullpen right now, Joey. We got 2 different guys warming up. Still nobody warming up in the Westside pen, however. And that ball was upstairs, 1-0. Potrowski thought about throwing it back to first on a snap throw. Definitely ready for Reinhardt to try to steal second base. He's got a sizable lead over at first. Papa in the stretch. Deals a breaking ball that's hit out to left field. Down the left field line and foul.
And so Reinhardt, he's 4th on the team in stolen bases with 12. Very speedy guy.
We would like to apologize to Michael Feenan for calling his name wrong the entire game.
It's true. Very sorry.
In our defense, we're not familiar with Westside.
It's true.
Snap throw back to first. And we had not been told until now. So thank you to the viewer that commented on the stream. Because he is now on deck.
Yep.
So we will be pronouncing his name right. Papa. The deal's in the dirt. And Reinhardt's going to go. Potrowski not going to get him.
So big opportunity now with a runner in scoring position. Nice work there by Reinhardt to advance to second.
This is just the answer you needed if you're Westside. A new pitcher in the game. A pitcher with over a sub 5.5 ERA.
Yep.
2 balls, 1 strike to count.
So Goodwin yet to get on tonight. Today. Said tonight. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. But he's second on the team in hits. Very talented batter.
He's been struggling the last 2 games, though, against the P-52s last night and so far today. Papa, that's going to be squared around a bunt. Fouled into the mitt of Potrowski for strike 1.
Goodwin 16 RBIs in the season.
We know Goodwin has tried to show bunt a couple times. He's done it once today, and he did it last night as well. He definitely has the speed, and it would be unexpected at this moment right now as well.
Yep.
Because over at third, P.J. Locks is playing way back. And he's still playing way back, as is the first baseman, Parker Mooney.
Thought about the pickoff attempt there.
Intense situations, Joey.
But a very exciting game.
Every at-bat with base runners on this late in the game.
Okay, our stream froze up, so everybody just chill a minute while I figure out how to fix
That
it.
moves the ball.
Okay.
Just so as you know. We have no feed.
Wait, did that just switch?
No, I
Can they hear us?
don't think so.
I'm going to go on the stream on YouTube, see what happens.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to fix. Just chill a minute while I figure out how to fix it. I've been listening to it, but I don't know.
Testing, testing.
Wait, did that just switch?
Okay, so they
Wait,
can hear
they
us.
can
It's
hear
delayed.
us.
They can't see us, but they can hear us.
They can't see us, but they can hear us. Okay, guys, we're going to stay on. We apologize. Our computers kind of just froze. And if you're from Prep or Westside, this doesn't really happen ever. Kind of a really bad time for it to happen in the 6th inning here of the championship game. But we will still call the game in radio style. It's a 3-2 count. It's Fool to Goodwin right now. Papa deals from the stretch. Strikes him out.
Huge play right there. So now 2 outs. Reinert still on second base. And that'll bring up Michael Feenan.
And I tell you what, perfect opportunity for Feenan, Joey. Allowed those 2 runs to come across the plate in the top half of the inning. He can get his team back to a tie ball game right now.
Yeah, big
Pick
opportunity.
his team back up.
However, manager going to talk with Papa.
Cannot think of a better opportunity for Feenan right now. Essentially blew the lead. Now has a chance to tie it back up, pick his teammates back up.
Yep, he's 1 for 2 on the day, had a base hit. So that'll be it for Luke Papa. Saw a short appearance for him. So we'll have a new pitcher coming in now. We'll get the number in just a sec.
Interesting strategy.
Yeah.
To bring a guy in for 2 pitches, for 3 at bats because he gave up that base hit. But so you got a pitching change right now. We'll try to figure out who that is right now. You get a jersey number, Joey?
I got nothing. 19 looks like.
19.
That'd be Ryan Bauer.
Ryan Bauer.
Ryan Bauer.
Apologies for shouting.
sorry
into
for
the
the
mic
yelling,
right there.
guys.
We're trying to shout across to Boomer Radio, who was asking.
All right, well, Ryan Bauer has pitched 14.7 innings. He has an ERA of 6.68, giving up 14 earned runs throughout those 14.7 innings. Has 17 strikeouts, however.
Do we have grades on these guys? Like what age they are?
We don't.
Okay.
I can probably find it, though. Nope, wrong guy.
These pitchers seem really young, especially Papa.
And we do know, like we'd said earlier, Prep only has 5 seniors.
Yep. So once again, they've burned through all their good pitchers, Joey. Just trying to maneuver through these last couple innings. 4 outs to play with is Westside. However, Feenan has a chance with a runner on second base right now to even this score up here.
Yeah, a huge opportunity right now. You got a runner in scoring position.
And real quick, Joey, I apologize to cut you off. We're going to have to mute it real quick for copyright purposes.
He's a sophomore. So
All
Ryan
right.
Bauer, the pitcher on the mound, a sophomore.
Love how you used Instagram to find that out.
Didn't have it on Game Changer. It wouldn't let me see because I'm not a family member of his. I can't go to him
Damn.
because Game Changer hates people.
I don't know if that's an accurate statement. First pitch is popped up. Is that going to stay in the field of play? Petrowski going over. Bauer going over. Makes the play in the sun.
What a huge out right there. So they will escape this inning. Only one more opportunity now for Westside.
Feenan, frustrated with himself, pops up on the first pitch, and Creighton Prep is now 3 outs away from a championship. Going to the top of the 7th. Can they add some insurance runs, possibly? That was going to the top of the 7th. See if the top of the 7th worked. Okay, we are back for the top of the 7th still. Runners on the corners, Danny Spongberg up.
So the new pitcher, David Goodwin, who's been at center field all day.
Runner goes, first pitch. Bargo fakes the throw down, now back to third. Ball got away from the third baseman, however. Prep now has runners on second and third. Still only 1 down. Trying to completely blow things open here in the last inning of the Metro Tournament Championship.
So Goodwin on the year has pitched 6 innings. In those, he's given up 4 earned runs, has 7 walks, 13 strikeouts for an ERA of 4.2. And right now his only agenda is to prevent any more runs from crossing home plate.
Infield is in as that's strike 1 on the inside corner.
The last 2 innings have been completely different from what we've seen this whole game. We've seen a pitching strong battle with Westside kind of holding the momentum with that 1-run lead. In the last 2, they have tacked on 5 runs. Prep,
Showing bunt, popping it up, and out of play. That was dangerous right there. Hit the screen as Pacoda was running on it. So kind of a suicide squeeze right there. And that would have been popped up in the field of play. That's a no-doubt double play. Would have gave Westside a little bit of momentum going into the bottom half.
Tell you what, kind of impressive. Almost spun it over the screen.
That's true as well. So 1-2 is your count.
Goodwin trying to get anything going for him.
Good block from Bargo in the dirt.
We've seen today and last night, Bargo put in really good work at catcher. We've seen him struggle a little bit today. A few plays where he hasn't really had a lot of hustle. But ultimately, he's made a lot of really good stops. Had to deal with some accuracy issues from his pitchers.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. A slow breaking ball over the middle of the plate. Swung on and missed from Spongberg. So now 2 out for Caleb Protaski. Protaski with runners on second and third, trying to drive in 2 more runs here.
And he is 0 for 3 on the day. However, he does have an RBI.
You want to know how he has that RBI, Joe, if you recall? Is the strikeout that he had.
Oh, yep.
It was in the dirt. Did not know you get an RBI for that, by the way, until now. You learn something new every day. Goodwin in the stretch. Deals a breaking ball upstairs.
So right now for Protaski, you know your team has the momentum. However, Westside's still got a very dangerous hitting team. 4 runs, while it's difficult, it's definitely possible. So right now, with an opportunity to drive in 2, you're trying to make this as difficult as possible. So a well-hit ball could be a big opportunity.
That's going to be another wild pitch on Bargo. Coming to the plate is Pacoda. And here comes another one. Oh, and now caught in a pickle is Lorenz. Getting a little too greedy right there was Lorenz. Oh, did he escape it? He acts like he did. But that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning.
Either way, they scoring right there. Should have stayed at 3rd. Got a little greedy. So we still got a 6-1 lead now. What a change in pace after scoring 4 runs in the 7th inning. They wanted 1, maybe 2 to try and tack on some insurance. There they go with 4.
And they lead 6-1. Westside down to their last 3 outs. Do they have a little magic in them? They're turning their hats around backwards. Rally caps on. Bottom of the 7th coming up from the John A. Lammel Complex at Millard South and the Metro Tournament Championship Final. We are back for the bottom half of the 7th inning. Bargo, the catcher leading things off, takes low and inside for ball 1.
Going to try and put together miraculous comeback, trailing by 5. Bauer staying on the mound.
That one's hit well out to right field. Not going to be enough mustard under that one. Saunders makes the play out and right. 1 down.
Bargo flies out to right. Now batting number 21, R.J. Gunderson.
So here's R.J. Gunderson, the 8-hole hitter. Westside had 7, 8, 9 due up in this inning. Trying to get something going for the top half of the order to try to get 4 runs here. 5 runs, excuse me. down 6-1 with only 2 outs to play. Westside was well in control for most of this game. However, in the 6th inning and the 7th inning, Creighton Prep came through clutch, highlighted by a Max Sanders home run in the top half of the 7th inning. A 3-run shot in the left center field over by the scoreboard here at the John A. Lammel Complex.
Absolutely demolished that ball.
Blew the door open. That's a swing and a miss on a 2-0 pitch. Blew that fastball right by him up in the zone. 2-1 is your count now, ladies and gentlemen.
Tell you what, Prep 16-16. You know, Westside obviously 23-9 now, very talented team.
That one's jammed. That's going to be a bloop single. Right in front of the center fielder, Lorenz.
But yeah, as I was alluding to before, that nice hit right there to get on base. You know, obviously you look at records and stuff, and throughout the whole season, Westside's had the advantage. Yet they've played twice in the season, as I mentioned earlier. Prep winning both matchups. They won 4-2, then they won 16-8.
We got a pinch hitter for Westside.
You got a number?
What's the name, Pat? Ryan Adkins is your pinch hitter.
Yep. Ryan Adkins.
And because of that, Godfrey will not see the bat again. Because Westside elected to go with the pitcher for Feenan, they had no DH today, so the pitcher spot gets replaced, now throw back to first, and a good diving stop there by Mooney.
So Ryan Adkins is an even .480 hitter. However, he's only played in 12 games, 12 hits in 25 at-bats.
Pretty good sample size.
With those 8 singles, 3 doubles, and 1 homer.
So he seems like he's good at putting the ball in play here. Trying to do just that. Up 1-0 in the count on Bauer. That's outside 2-0.
All they need are consistent base hits. I think we said it in last night's game. You're not aiming to hit a home run right now. Obviously, it'd be great, but you're aiming to get on base. You're aiming for a solid base hit. That's all you can ask for.
Bauer swung on and miss. Yet again, another 2-0 fastball up in the zone that's been swung on and missed. We just saw Gunderson do that. And now the pinch hitter, Atkins. 2-1 pitch. Another fastball on the outside corner, swung on and missed.
Bauer putting in great work.
I'd be sticking with the fastball right here if I was him.
Seeing constant success from it. No reason in switching things up. However, pitchers don't listen to us that often.
That is true. Bauer sets. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Changeup on the inside corner. And Westside is down to their final out.
So Ryan Bauer at the mound. Given a big opportunity. Looking to get one final out and end this one for him.
And it's going to be Cole Payton up to bat, the leadoff hitter for Westside, who's had a pretty solid game.
Reached base in all 3 of his attempts. He walked once. Also has 2 hits. Scored that first run and the only run.
Well,
that
we
Westside scored.
We are Millard South commentators, Joey, and we saw Creighton Prep a couple weeks ago, and they were about 6 games below 500. They are 16-16 right now, catching stride at the right time. The Cinderella darlings of this year's Metro Tournament Classic. Looking to pull a thrilling upset victory and capped on a captivating last couple weeks for them.
Got to give them props throughout this whole game. While it's only been a 1-run game, you knew that the momentum was all with Westside. They were doing a little bit more pitching. You know, you saw Feenan kind of control everything, but they really turned it around. They were not stunned. They kept working, and here they are with the 6-1 lead, 1 out away from being crowned the Metro Tournament champions.
Cinderella darlings. So Gunderson's going to steal second. Not really stealing. It's not going to get considered a stolen base because it's a 5-run deficit for Westside right now.
And this year, the Metro Tournament, that name has a lot more weight than it usually does. This is the equivalent of state. This is it for these guys.
The only championship game they've had to play for all season, with state being canceled due to the coronavirus pandemic. Bauer, that's chopped down to first, barely foul for Mooney.
One awfully close. First baseman, however, wasn't able to play it. He might have been able to make it to first right there.
So the count now is 2-1. Tell you what, Bauer's done a pretty good job. Been settled in ever since he took the rubber.
Been pretty accurate. Just having them put balls in play. Let the fielders do the rest. Got someone in the bullpen, however, likely won't need to use it.
The pitch from Bauer on a 2-1 is low.
That moves to 3-1.
Peyton, good eye right here. We saw him get walked earlier. Might see that happen for a second time. You know, he's a very smart wow, I can't talk. Smart batter.
Bauer's pitch on a 3-1 is hit well out to right field. Back at the wall, track wall. See ya! Cole Payton keeps the Westside Warriors alive with a 2-run shot. Santa Maria.
This one just got a whole lot more interesting. 2-run bomb from Cole Payton. He has still had fantastic at-bats this whole time, and there he is, the 2-run bomb.
What a magnificent game for Cole Payton, keeping his team alive.
Been the bright spot for this team. So he is now responsible for all 3 of their runs. Saw him score the first, and here he is hitting a 2-run homer. So 6-3 is your score.
And I tell you what, Joey, it was 2-1 going into the top of the 7th.
It's 2-1 going to the top of the 7th.
How big is that 3-run home run from Max Saunders now?
It's insane.
Insurance runs are very critical in situations like this. Prep is still 1 out away from delivering a championship back to 72nd and Dodge. Around there.
You're on there.
Around there.
Somewhere in the area.
Yeah. Between 72nd and 60th and Dodge. That's going to be hit up right back up the middle. Picada makes the play. Throw to first, and that is it. Creighton Prep is your 2020 Metro Tournament champions.
The team that was counted out from the start. They started 0-3. They had multiple losing streaks, but they never gave up. Late in the season, they caught fire at the right time. They struggled yesterday, put together 2 in the bottom of the 6th to move to the championship. They struggled today, trailing from the majority, put in 2 runs in the 6th, 4 in the 7th, and they are your Metro champions. End of the year, they are finishing on top. Fantastic season from them. They never quite gave up.
17-16 will be Creighton Prep's final record
Unbelievable.
as the season ends.
Unbelievable.
The one win to get them over 500 is a championship. A Cinderella season unheard like any other. Congratulations to Creighton Prep on their championship over Westside.
Tell you what, that game through 5 innings is looking like we'd see, a 1-0 score, a 3-2 score. Wouldn't have expected 6-3. We saw 2 homers late in this game. In the 7th inning, we saw 2 homers. So congrats to all the players and coaches for Creighton Prep. They were able to pull it off.
Unbelievable season. We will be back here later tonight to finish everything off here for 2020 Legion Ball in the Omaha area with a 3rd place game between Millard South and Bellevue West. But as for now, Creighton Prep has won it all. They are your champions. Well-deserved, fellas. For Christine Caldall and my partner, Joey Kirkle. Dylan Pelster signing off here from the John A. Lammel Complex here at Millard South. We'll see you back here later tonight. But for now, have a great day, everybody.